Hey guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector, and today's a very exciting day because it's FNAF's 7th anniversary! Yay! Cue the confetti. I mean, do I really need to sit here and explain to you how much this franchise means to me? I've made over 300 videos at least on this. I've privated half of them, but I still made them. I've played at least a dozen playthroughs through every single game. I've bought so much merch, I'm in debt, please help. And also, I'm writing my own books, so that's cool. Needless to say, I have an unhealthy obsession with this series. I love the community, I love the fans, I love the creator, I love the other creative teams such as Illumix and Steel Wool. I love the original Silver Eyes trilogy, I love the Fazbear Fright stories, I love the McFarlane sets, I love the Funko merch, I love— Anyways, yeah, congratulations, it's a celebration, let's move on. What better way to celebrate than to do yet another useless FNAF Facts video? How original. I've made 6 videos at this point, so most of you probably know the gist by now. I'm gonna list off 20 useless FNAF facts that you may or may not know. That's all I've got for the intro, so without further ado, let's get into 20 more useless FNAF facts. Did you know in FNAF VR, Toy Freddy had no upper teeth? It still baffles me to this day that I didn't notice this when I was making my FNAF model comparison series. It's hands down one of my biggest mistakes that I still regret to this day because it's so noticeable, but I didn't notice somehow. Something really strange I noticed a few days ago is that the Freddy in Space 2 teaser trailer was actually taken off of Scott's YouTube channel. If you don't remember, because that game was honestly kind of forgettable, that was the game Dawko, Markiplier, and MapHat played on that one live stream that one time. I don't know why he went out of his way to take it down, I don't know how long it's been taken down, I just thought it would be really interesting for you guys to know, and if you guys have any information on why or when it was taken down. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Funko's FNAF 1 Chica plush design either, but let's just be thankful that we didn't get this. This was the original design for the Funko FNAF 1 Chica plush, so now I hope you've found some sort of respect for the one we have now, because we should be thankful that this wasn't released into our society. It's so hard to express my feelings about Curse of Dreadbear because it's so creative, so innovative, so nostalgic in a way, even though it was only like 2 years ago. This is single-handedly my favorite FNAF game. Yes, I kind of do separate it from FNAF VR and not just a DLC because there is a fair amount of content here. But did you know it wasn't even originally called Curse of Dreadbear? The original name of Curse of Dreadbear was actually The Rise of Frankenfreddy. It doesn't really roll off the tongue as nice, but I still think it would have worked. Obviously, Dreadbear is based off of Frankenstein. I don't think it takes an Einstein to figure that out, it's pretty obvious, so this would have worked, but I still prefer the title we have now. I'm curious to see what you guys prefer. Tell me in the comments which one you like better. The good old Freddy files. As offensive as it can be sometimes with using action figure and literal stolen fan models, in an officially licensed book, I might add, I believe it's a very unappreciated piece of media. It literally deconfirmed Pink Guy for us. Anyway, something really cool I found out recently is that the FNAF 2 map, mapping out where the animatronics walk around in-game, was actually scanned into FNAF VR's files, probably for the team to know where to program the animatronics on the cameras. That was hard to say for some reason. But yeah, I just find it funny that they didn't even think to just buy the book and look. They just scanned it in so they could just be like, oh, well, there it is. We can just program looking off that. I just thought it was funny. Also, here's a little mini fact inside this fact. They actually changed the cover for the Ultimate Guide coming out later this year from Bonnie to Freddy Frostbear. I kind of prefer the new one, but it's still weird that they changed it. While we're on the topic of obscure things in FNAF VR's files, something really interesting I found out is that Rockstar Bonnie is actually directly mentioned in the game in a Faz fact. It reads, quote, Rockstar Bonnie was developed from the original Bonnie for use in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria franchise operations. What does that mean? I don't know, but it's interesting. I don't really have anything left to say, so let's just move on. Hey guys, sorry to drop in like this, but I just want to tell you this is the first time I've picked up production on this video in about 3 weeks. If you're wondering why I sound different, it's because I'm in a new house, recording in a new closet, and also here's my room, bing bang boom, let's get back to the video. You're a hack!
And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
As much as I love FNAF 3, I can't deny Sister Location was Scott at his best. Not only was the lore and story really intriguing, but it's also still one of the creepiest to me. One of my main issues with FNAF 4 in particular is that it tries too hard to be scary and can't just focus on being creepy, which I think suits the tone of the series much more. Anyways, getting back on track, as we all know, there's two endings in Sister Location, the private room ending and the scooping room ending, but which ending is actually canon to the timeline? Well, shortly after Sister Location's release, Scott updated both the credits of the endings to specify which ending it was. The private room ending had fake ending in the bottom left corner, and the scooping room ending had real ending in the bottom left corner. I'm sure most of you probably knew this already, but for me, I just found this out, and even after my many playthroughs of this game, I'm still finding new things, which is really cool. As most of you watching know, I love McFarlane's FNAF Construction Set. I'm so glad they have the license to FNAF over a company like LEGO, because LEGO doesn't put nearly enough details into their figures, and with FNAF characters, it could be a disaster. But lucky for us, McFarlane is not a greedy company. They actually do care about the FNAF franchise and put out some of the best quality merch out there. Almost every single set and figure is unique, very few reused parts. But that doesn't mean they don't ever mess up, aka Wave 2 2016. There were 9 sets released in this wave, 2 of which were Toy Bonnie with the left air vent and Toy Chica with the right air vent. If you haven't yet spotted the issue, they actually put the wrong animatronic in each vent. Toy Bonnie comes from the left and Toy Chica comes from the right. It's literally not a big deal. This is a video talking about useless facts. I just gave you a useless fact. What's the... Did you know The Cliffs wasn't always the title for Fazbear Fright Book number 7? The original title story was The Breaking Wheel. This was later changed, and Scott actually revealed the official cover on Reddit. If you don't know why it was changed, well, just read the story, or just look at this cover, and you can get a pretty decent idea of why. Like I stated earlier in the video, I love everything about Curse of Dreadbear, but something I think that goes really unappreciated in it, and the core Help Wanted as well, is the title screens. Especially in the VR versions, it gives off such an ominous feeling. There's also so much detail crammed into these, but there was actually something removed from the Curse of Dreadbear title screen. There used to be this weird distorted Chica that was later replaced with withered Chica. I used to think it was scrap Chica, but once you see it up close and compare them, there's no similarities. Why was it in the game then? Well, quite frankly, I have no idea. If you were a fan of Funko Security Breach statues, good news, more might be coming. In a recent interview, 2 Funko employees are talking about the new Curse of Dreadbear merch. In the live chat, someone asks if more statues are coming, and here's what they respond.
But yeah, I would say there's definitely, it's safe to say there's more Five Nights at Freddy's coming.
Yeah, we heard you.
We heard
more
you.
Statues, maybe?
Maybe more statues. That would be cool.
Is that 100% confirmation? No, but it definitely feels like more than a hint. Before we move on to the final 9 facts, if you guys haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. We are so close to 70,000 subscribers. If we could hit that sometime this week, that would be amazing. It's insane the journey we've been on so far, from 0 subscribers to almost 70, only 30k away from that 100k goal that I've had for so long. Also, by subscribing, you'll be notified when I upload. I'm aiming to release 4 more videos this month, so if you want to know exactly when I upload those, please subscribe. Anyways, I don't want to get annoying with begging for subscribers, so let's get back to the video. Did you know Nightmare BB's pupils actually change colors between Scott and Steel Wool's games? In Scott's games, they're white, and in Steel Wool's, they're black.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Looking back, there weren't really that many FNAF 3 teasers. The few we got were top tier Scott teasers, but we just didn't really get that many. One of the last few we got, however, was of Phantom BB, and if you brightened up the image, you can see a giant 10 in the bottom left corner. Apparently, this was because up to the release of FNAF 3, Scott wanted to release 10 teasers to count down the game's launch. I would assume the 6 Phantom, Springtrap, and maybe a few office cameras. It's unfortunate the plans fell through, because counting down 10 days of hype is such a unique concept that I really hope a game like Security Breach revisits. Last year in FNAF AR's files, there was programming for an Easter Chica. It's sad this skin never came to fruition, because if you look at the Easter teasers from last year, you can see many Chica Easter eggs, which tells me that she was cancelled last minute. Back in 2016 in LA, FNAF was featured in the Fright Dome. Boy, do I regret not being there. Not only was Scott there, so maybe I could have actually met the dude, but also they had a life-size pizzeria with real FNAF characters. Granted, they weren't really great looking, but I wish I was there. I'm linking a video in the description to Corey's video where he went and vlogged the whole thing. He'll tell you all about it if you want more information. This is probably the closest thing we'll get to some sort of FNAF attraction or FNAF haunted house, which sucks because I was not there. The first time we ever even got a glimpse at FNAF construction sets from McFarlane, this is what they looked like. Oh, no, I'm still here. I just want you guys to take this in alone. Did you know in FNAF 3 in Camo 8 on the wall there's a puppet mask? I kid you not, it took me literal years to find out this was here. Guess how I found out? Through an SFM map of all things. I thought, no way that's actually there, right? And it was. I'm sure there's some of you watching who didn't know this, and I'm sure some of you watching are calling me an idiot for not knowing this. First of all, you're right, but like I said earlier in the video, it fascinates me that I've played these games so many times and I'm still picking up on new Easter eggs. Did you know there was actually a scrapped attack from FNAF World called Toxic Song? There's actually a few unreleased FNAF Funko Pops, that being gold versions of Nightmare Freddy, Freddy, and Springtrap. It's unclear as to why these weren't distributed, but if I had to take a stab in the dark, I'd say they probably started production on another wave of Pops and just decided to cancel these ones. And the final fact I have for you guys today is that there is a rumored FNAF AR action figure Funko Wave coming January of 2022. Now, if this were just some random rumor, I wouldn't be bringing it up as a fact, but there's actually some really trustworthy leakers out there claiming that this is true. Also, there's apparently some minis in the works as well. I wouldn't put too much faith in this, but there's multiple sources saying this. If you want more detailed information, I'll link a video Johnny Blocks did about this in the description. And with that being said, that was 20 more useless FNAF facts. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Listen, I know I've said it a million times at this point, but I'm sorry I've been gone so long. Everything just gets in the way. I return for a while, then I stay gone for a while, then I come back for a little bit, stay strong, and then disappear again. I don't do that on purpose, but hopefully this time I can actually get on a decent schedule. I've been working on a few videos. I'm still writing The Deep Zone, my Fazbear Fright stories. Hopefully Security Breach is just around the corner, so when that releases, we'll get some reignited passion in the community. Another video in a few days, but with that being said, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.